The fire did not arrive gently. It came as a wall of heat, a roaring breath that swallowed hills, trees, and homes in seconds. The sky turned orange. Ash fell like snow. Sirens screamed and then vanished into the chaos. In Sonoma County, during the Tubbs fire of 2017, people ran with whatever they could carry: photographs, children, fear. And in the middle of that nightmare, one dog stopped moving. His name was Odin. He was a Great Pyrenees, massive, white, built to guard livestock against wolves and storms. That night, his family tried to save him. They tried to load him into the car as flames crept closer, as smoke burned their lungs. But Odin refused. Not out of confusion, not out of fear, out of duty. Behind him stood 8 goats, his family's goats. Small, helpless, trapped, Odin planted his paws into the dirt and would not move. No shouting could change his mind. No panic could break his focus. As the fire closed in, his owners were forced to make an impossible decision: stay and die, or leave and hope. With tears in their eyes, they left him behind. They drove away believing they had just watched their dog die. The fire consumed everything. Homes collapsed. Fences burned. The land was reduced to blackened earth and smoke. For days, the area was unreachable. No one knew who survived. No one knew what remained. And in that silence, Odin stood his ground. As flames moved through the property, he gathered the goats close. He positioned himself between them and the fire, using instinct older than memory. He led them through smoke and embers, away from collapsing structures. He found a low, rocky area where the fire passed overhead but could not fully consume the ground. When the heat became unbearable, Odin pressed his body against the goats, shielding them. His thick fur scorched. His paws burned. His face blackened with soot. But he did not run. He stayed. Hours passed. Then more. The fire moved on, leaving devastation behind. The night grew quiet again to quiet. Days later, when Odin's family was finally allowed to return, they prepared themselves for the worst. They expected ashes, bones, silence. Instead, they saw movement. Out of the burned landscape walked Odin. He was dirty. His fur was matted with ash. His face was swollen. His eyes were tired. And behind him, every single goat followed. All 8 were alive. No burns, no injuries, not one missing.
The house was gone. The land was destroyed. But Odin stood there, tail low, body steady, still guarding his herd as if nothing else mattered. He had not eaten properly 4 days. He had endured smoke inhalation, extreme heat, and exhaustion. Yet he never abandoned his post. Veterinarians later confirmed that Odin had suffered burns and smoke damage. He needed medical care. But he had done what he was born to do. He protected his family. This was not training. This was not obedience. This was instinct, loyalty, and purpose fused into one moment. Livestock guardian dogs, like Great Pyrenees, are bred for one reason: to stay. Wolves, storms, predators, it doesn't matter. They do not flee when danger comes. They stand between threat and life. But what Odin did went beyond expectation. He chose responsibility over survival. In human stories, we celebrate heroes who charge into burning buildings. We build monuments. We write books. But Odin did not know he would be remembered. He did not know cameras would arrive. He did not know his story would spread across the world. He only knew one thing: those goats were his, and leaving them was not an option. In the aftermath, people asked the same question again and again: why didn't he run? The answer is simple and unsettling. For Odin, staying was not bravery. It was identity. To leave would have meant abandoning his purpose. And for a guardian, that is worse than death. The Tubbs fire destroyed thousands of structures. It took lives. It changed landscapes forever. But in that destruction, Odin became a symbol not of survival, but of loyalty so absolute it defies logic. When the world was ending, he did not look for safety. He became it. Today, Odin's story reminds us of something uncomfortable and powerful. Courage does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks like standing still while everything burns, refusing to move because someone else depends on you. In a moment when humans ran, one dog stayed. And because he stayed, 8 lives continued, not because he was told to, not because he was rewarded, but because that was who he was. The fire took everything else. It did not take Odin's courage.